Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Tomorrow is November the 5th, 2022, and we're in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Tomorrow's the grand opening that I've been working for 2 months for a new holistic spa. And I will be also teaching classes there, which I'm delighted to be able to do. Our first class is going to be called Your Frequency is Your Currency. That's November the 12th. So sign up. It's a free class. It will be filmed, so you may end up being on camera. Know that ahead of time. Full disclosure. And then the class I want to present in December is called Feed Your Face. It's all about nutrition for better skin because our skin cells are made and appear on our face 4 to 5 weeks after we eat. So whatever you're eating today is going to become skin cells in 4 to 5 weeks. So we really, in line of that, when we look at skincare, we want to go to original cause, which is always nutrition. It is sometimes environmental, it is sometimes hormonal. It's also aging and sun damage. So when we can manage all those factors and do the best things we can for ourselves, we are going to be so much better and so much more beautiful. And it raises your frequency exponentially. So with that being said, I do have Mr. Zeus here as my guardian angel tonight. So he's chiming in. Anyway, I printed out a little introduction, kind of a bio and an explanation that we're going to have posted in my spa room, which is located in the Intuitive Essentials Wellness Space at 504 14th Street Northwest. It's at the corner of Lomas and 14th on the north side, and just slightly east of Old Town in Albuquerque. And the zip is 87104. So please know that you can find a lot more information on our website. You can also email us from there. That website is Asclepius, ASCLIPIUS dash spa.com. So I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to be your esthetician and your holistic coach. So it'd be my honor. It'd be my honor. Anyway, I want to welcome you all to Asclepius Spa. Please come in. Please come in. You'll be delighted, and there's always something there for everyone. The Asclepius Holistic College courses will continue probably on weekends. They're only like an hour and a half long, and we always will be filming. Those films are then turned into courses and programs and posted on our website for digital downloads. We also have an Etsy store that they're getting ready to be on, and then we have a Patreon account. The Etsy store is High Frequency Love, and the Patreon account is the Spa Whisperer. So look us up. We also have Instagram underneath Asclepius Spa, and I believe we have Asclepius.college on Instagram as well. So with that being said, please follow us everywhere you can. We will be carrying the #1 organic professional skincare line, and I have the professional grade supplements to help your skin outlive you, probably. I came through a dust storm, a snowstorm, a torrential downpour, a tornado, a wildfire, all within 24 hours in Oklahoma. I now call that state hell. And so it's really, many of you know that I have a lot of allergies and um, inhaled a lot, and I'm still getting over that. I don't believe I'm contagious or anything, but I did get an infection. So bear with me. I'm treating that with some high dose probiotics and vitamin C and zinc and turmeric and um, monolorian and just some good stuff. Anyway, I want to explain to you a little bit about who Asclepius was. Asclepius was the first wounded healer in Greek mythology. He is the grandfather of Hippocrates, the father of medicine. People back then sought healing by journeying to his temples. They underwent consultations into their dream time and their visions. The Asclepiads, those were the Asclepius practitioners, listened and watched for subconscious clues to be revealed and pointings to the underlying causes of ill health or dis-ease, emotional disturbances, and discontent or traumas. Though through these visits, remedies were offered. Some were herbs, some were detoxifications, some were spiritual recovery modalities or um, suppressed aspects of the soul were reintegrated through meditation, and also the imbalances in the body were corrected through things like high frequency nutrition. And stories of miracles, though, spread far and wide back then. The people traveled for weeks to stay in the Asclepius temples to receive the cure or directions to self-care, self-heal, self-love by the master healer himself, Asclepius. Now, a little bit about me and how this all connects. On July 8th, 1988, I had a death experience. I was pronounced dead in a medical clinic. It was from an anaphylactic shock reaction, allergic reaction to shrimp. When I found my bearings and was kind of hovering above the room, kind of toward the light in the ceiling of the clinic, I saw them working on this woman down there, and I thought, oh, that's me. I must be dead. I was funny then. And I thought, well, if I'm dead, I want a mission. I want to know and explore and have an adventure. And so I looked around and I thought, well, I want to know what God is. I saw the light that was in the room. And I thought, if that's God, I'm kind of disappointed. And then I turned. This is a painting I'm doing of that experience. And this painting is called The Turn. As I turned, I saw the most magnificent light. And as many of you know, I put glitter in everything to symbolize the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, the divine intelligence that runs through us all. And as I stared at that light, I saw a figure start moving toward me closer and closer and closer. And it was someone that I thought I recognized, looked very familiar to me. Looked like I had known this person or met this person before. And it was revealed very quickly that it was Jesus. I grew up in a Christian background with Jewish overlays, and that was a disciple, a friend of mine, and someone I consider my soul family. So that's who came to get me and take me on over to the other side of the veil, to the other side of consciousness. And when I arrived there, we had some lessons in what love was and what healing was and how people were healed and how miracles happened. This isn't about medicine. This is about working with the soul. And when we establish the soul in its rightful awareness in this container we call a human body, we are healed. We are healed. Some of us, the healing appears different than our expectations. We're not going to all grow magically beautiful, unless you come to me, of course, and then I'll do my best. But love was the medicine. And so then the scene changed, and I went soaring, flying through the galaxies and the void, the dark, the emptiness that was the source of all creation. I felt enmeshed with God. I felt cellular recognition of divine intelligence and genius within my own mind. I spent some time doing that. And then Jesus led me to, some other ascended masters, led me to a temple. It was like a pyramid temple in Egypt. And we went through different layers of this building, of this structure. And on each different layer, there were different things that occurred that helped the people who were taking journeys to this temple. I went through this whole temple. I saw the technology there. I memorized it. I knew I'd need to know it. I didn't know why. And I sketched a lot of it after a few hours later. I'm so sorry. When I got to the top, the headstone of the temple, of the Asclepius temples, I was kind of given a life review. And I loved what I had seen. And I thought, wouldn't it be wonderful if there was something like this temple, this sanctuary that people could come and be healed naturally and learn how to take care of themselves naturally, organically, through the food, through the rest, through the light, through the waters, through the frequencies, the energies. And I was told, yes, it would be nice. And I thought, well, just assign me to somebody and I'll kick a little booty from heaven, because that's where I thought I was. And they said, no, you're going to go back and you're going to do it. And we're here holding your hand, measuring your footsteps, giving you opportunities. And so I did. As I came back into my body, there were a few things that happened. A divine kiss, a beautiful rose laid on my heart. But when I call it woke back up in my body, I was in such pain because the physical body had those dense particles, had been traumatized from the CPR and the resuscitation that they had tried to do on me in the clinic. But all my light waves, we are a mixture of waves and particles, and our body is just a lot of dense particles. And when those new codes, those new frequencies, that new DNA from higher dimensions and higher intelligence downloaded into me, and the spirit burst, those particles hurt. That's all it is. And we're biodynamic beings of light. And it took a few hours, and then a couple of days, and then a week or so, and it evolved, and it lightened and it lessened. And I started to write and write and write about my experience and what had happened and what I understood had happened. Now, since 1988, I've been presented with some of those opportunities, those new knowings, new education, new opportunities, and much more has been revealed. 5.5 years later, I opened Asclepius Holistic Medical Spa in downtown Seattle in Westlake Center. I started out with, I think it says, 18 professionals on staff, naturopathic and medical doctors, acupuncturists, massage therapists, colon hygienists, estheticians, and quite a few other people. Then 6 months later, we were asked to put in a little baby spa, a little mini spa, just massage and facials in the Macy's building in downtown Westlake in Seattle. And so we did that. And that pulled in quite a different group of people. But it was it was a wonderful, wonderful blessing. We continued to grow. I continued to teach. We had a lot of other doctors from outside our area fly in to study our programs, to study our protocols, to study what we were doing. And they went back to their own cities, their own clinics, and started doing that. As most of you know, that I had taught many years before that at Rutgers University in New Jersey, alternative wellness for people in recovery. So I've spent a lifetime of helping people find alternative ways of living and existing in, unfortunately, a very industrialized, toxic, chemically infested, poisonous environment that Earth has become. And a few of us sensitive souls are finding our way and helping others open doors for them, spiraling back in our higher frequencies so that we can assist each other. As I continued to grow, I really anchored and embodied the awareness that I had been taught when I was in the Asclepius temples when I was dead, that love is the medicine. And when alternative remedies are introduced into the human body, we can assimilate and self-heal. If we could only educate ourselves and raise our standards. So you have to break out of the matrix from your familiar conditioning. That means your family conditioning, your environmental conditioning, your cultural conditioning. Travel, go travel. Look around the world and see all the ways that it can be done, and you can create something new. Raise your standards, raise your integrity, and don't settle. You're going to make a few people mad. That's okay. They're not your people, as they say. You're there to help them. You're there to be an example, to find a pathway, to demonstrate, and to lead. You can do that. And I'm here to help you. Um, the more we shed our old conditioned patterns, the dysfunctional stuff that doesn't really uplift us, and this is across class, it is across cultures, it is across race, it is across gender, it is across um, financial means. But I've seen the very, very rich have the worst eating habits on earth. I think we've had a few presidents like that. Remember? Um, Not good examples to follow. The alternative remedies that the human body can assimilate to self-heal, if they would only educate themselves, raise their standards, shed their old conditioning patterns, and develop personal integrity with their bodies, that they were the living temples of the soul in communication with divine intelligence when kept purified and lived in an organic lifestyle. So that's our optimum. Our body literally is our temple for our soul, for our higher self. We're just the light bulbs for the light. We're the structure, the container for the light and the love that gets downloaded into us. But we have to clean off that bulb, dust it, shed it, give it back to the earth, let it go. Sometimes we think we know what letting go means. We call it forgiveness or forgive and forget or all kinds of things. But all we're doing is stuffing, and we're disassociating, or we're spiritual bypassing. There's a lot of tricks that the ego does. And that's okay. It's part of your journey. For over 40 years now, it has been my mission to live an organic, natural, healthy, sovereign, blissful life. I love who I want to love when I want to love. I travel where I want to go when I want to travel. I work when I want. I pet my dog. I cuddle. I eat exactly what I want when I want to eat. I have total freedom in many ways. Yes, I have to manage my ego over that sometimes and fit into a container, a box, a standard of living, and that's okay. I'm almost 70 years old. I've got a lot of life experience behind me, and I have so much education. When my grandparents died, they left me a lot of money, and that afforded me an education to go and study privately with doctors and mentors and coaches and world thought leaders. No one has that education and that academic background that I've ever met. I do know some interesting people though, and I got some fun stories. I am very, very, very honored if you, the listener, the viewer, would choose me to be your naturopathic medical esthetician and a holistic coach, and even your mentor and instructor to learn holistic coaching in your own spa or clinic or for yourself, just personal enrichment. Again, this is for not medical diagnostic reasons. But if you're in that vein of expanding your consciousness and developing your spirituality and raising your frequency and breaking free of the matrix around you that has conditioned you. I'm your girl. I'm your girl. Come see me. I want you to think about this. Your frequency is your currency. You raise your frequency, your standards, your integrity. You clear off this toxicity. You make more money. You have more doors open. You have more opportunities. And it's not about what you have in your pocketbook right now or the bank. It is about what you do with it, though. Okay? Now, the Asclepius spa is a variable on the Asclepius temples that I saw and studied in 1988 on the other side of the veil of consciousness. We help you to empower yourself through education and experience. I teach you how to do things for yourself. Yes, you can come and have a beautiful, relaxing European facial. Yes, we can do a lymphatic drainage. Yes, we can extract and talk about your diet and your nutrition, and we can learn to meditate and visualize even better. But it's important you take the reins, that you break free, that you are free, that you are sovereign, that you raise your frequency. So we can all do that together. I have owned and instructed a state licensed educational holistic college in Denver, Colorado, starting I think in 1907. Some of those certification courses can be now found at asclepiuscollege.com. They're still available online. I do still do private coaching and tutoring for students who are trying to get through other programs and studies in anatomy and physiology, very academic stuff. Not so esoteric or spiritual, but yet practical, and you need to know stuff. Okay. I have a lot of students who've made referrals over the years, and a lot of people who've watched me come and go in different spas. And they will still call me because they now want to go to their next level in business development in their clinic or their spa. And they'll hire me to do consulting work. So that's why I like my freedom to come and go. But I think it's important to put as many natural healing centers, spas, clinics together to support individual communities, because these methodologies, gifts, skills, they can be learned. And the next generation, the millennials that are coming, they're going to need those techniques. They're going to need that, because antibiotics and pesticides and fertilizers and lead in the water and mold everywhere and no decontamination, those things are killing us. The viruses, they're all killing us. So the only way we have a fighting chance, or that I've had a fighting chance, was detox, detox, detox. Eliminate sources of future poisoning and have total integrity with everything that goes in my mouth, on my skin, and in my environment. And I can help you do that. It's not as hard as it sounds, but it is overwhelming. And we can take little baby steps or big giant steps until you become your grand dragon genius self. That's what I have my mindset on anyway. So my academic background is quite extensive and varied. From natural healing to women's advocacy, hospice work, midwifing, massage, and colon hydrotherapy. And then after the 1988 death experience, I added aesthetics and end of life planning to my resume. And I know I'm leaving out a lot of things, and that's okay. I am the author of 3 books that are available on Amazon currently, and 3 more coming out. Currently, you're going to find Empowered Empaths Diet, High Frequency Nutrition, the holographic detox program that I have taught for, I think, 30 years. And the price has never changed. So get with me if you want to learn how to do colon hydrotherapy and detox yourself and your family, especially if you have things like MTHFR. The prices are listed on the Asclepius website, Asclepius College website. And I have that facility set up in a different location. Um, there are 3 more books coming out, hopefully within this next year. I thought I'd get it done this year, but time's getting away and it's the holidays. I'm in the middle of editing one on breast implant illness, a spiritual journey. It is. Every illness is a spiritual journey. Every illness. Even this stuff right here. This was about me getting clear and still speaking my truth. And there's some other components. There's one on the end of life planning stages, hospice work, making our transitions, planning our estates. Not necessarily planning them financially, but there's a leaning toward that. And then the other one is about the Spa Whisperer program. And it's about becoming a holistic coach. There's 7 major segments of that. And that book is going to be kind of difficult. It's about 40 to 50% written. It's not edited and it's not formatted. So to me, those are the hard parts. And then I need to hire some illustrators because I'm, not getting all that good at drawing anymore. All right. So at the Asclepius Spa at 504 14th Street Northwest in Albuquerque, you are going to find that I utilize a variety of methodologies to determine core issue causes for imbalance in the human operating system. I can see it all on your face. You got grief? I'll show you where it lies and what side of the family it comes down through in your epigenetics. You got hormonal issues? I'll show you where and how. You got liver problems, you got kidney problems, you got digestive, large intestine problems. Yeah, come and see me. We'll analyze your face according to Chinese face mapping, and then we'll explore some Ayurvedic principles in your diet and your nutrition. My techniques are a lot of European aesthetics. We do a lot of manual lymphatic drainage of the lymph system. If you've looked at some of my past videos, you'll see my face sometimes gets very puffy, and it's because of my allergies. Everything stays in my head and my throat just doesn't let things go sometimes. There is a lot of spa body work that I do with different muds and different salts, depending upon your presenting skin type and condition. We have options in a different location for colon hydrotherapy and detox work. I carry a line of professional grade supplements and vitamins, and the Redox ASEA supplement, which I think should be in the hands of every household. There are doTERRA essential oils available to you, homeopathy, which is very effective with skin conditions and diet. So if our diet isn't right, our skin's not going to be right. And Bach remedies, wonderful for emotional disturbances that affect our skin. We have a lot of rashes and hives and things like that. So I am a licensed hypnotherapist in the state of Washington, and I believe in high integrity with my clients and myself. And we have been able to do guided meditations and imagery, and sometimes some shadow work and alchemy, which really helps us to feel the burden and the weight, the stress leave, which helps with anti aging or age correction, if you want to think of it that way. I still do a lot of business coaching and development with my students and people that have trained with me. And I'm always someone whose brain you can pick, just don't take it all, and enjoy the gift there. You will always be able to have facials and peels and exfoliations like microdermabrasions and dermapeel. And then we also offer the micro needling so that we can infuse plant stem cells into the skin and really embed some delicious organic nutrition down deep in core levels. Um, I love doing it. It works. And I think you should all notice that there's no wrinkles on this almost 70-year-old body. Do get a little frowny though. I think it's from looking at my screen a lot. Um, I utilize the far infrared technology with blankets, and it helps with pain management, but swelling, inflammation in the skin, in that adipose tissue, the lymphatics can really mess up the skin. And those things are all connected to your diet. You know, the hip bones connected to the backbone, connected to the neck bone, all that stuff. So ultrasound is there for tightening and firming, light therapies for pigmentation, collagen boosting, RF technology for lifting, microcurrents, things like that. So services at that spa are only available by appointment. And you can go to Asclepius, Asclepius dash spa.com, and then go to our store section and pick out a service that you're interested in and purchase it online. Grab my attention and book an appointment. Um, the phone number is on this video at the end. And one other thing I need to say about the location is that my space is, it's startup space, so it's inside of a wellness center. It's called Intuitive Essential Wellness Space, run by Renee Ford. Lovely lady, long standing, local, good reputation Reiki massage therapist. And she just keeps the place humming and keeps classes booked and people going all day long. She's an amazing warrior spirit for spreading light and love, and you will enjoy her. One more thing I'm going to add is that remember that Eminence Organics products are the #1 professional grade organic skincare in the world. And that's what I chose for you because I care. When you care, you share and you give your love out and your light out. And I want to give that. I have been given so much, and it's time to give it away. So please come see me. Our opening starts on November the 5th at 1 p.m. 2022, but this video will be up and continuously running probably long after I'm gone. I adore you all, and I can't wait to look into your beautiful face and find the magic and the genius within you.